Well, the Pokemon Present did happen on Tuesday, and like I predicted earlier this week, don't get your hopes up too high. But things that we wanted to see were there, and well, some things that people really wanted didn't show up. But let's talk about the reaction to this. What's good, everybody? It is Blue Satire, and this is another discussion board. And today I want to talk about kind of how everybody's been feeling about the reaction to the Pokemon Presents. And I guess people's expectations are always, if not, anytime they announce anything, expectations are way too high. But I also think that people don't understand the branding and what Pokemon is outside of just the games. So I want to get into that real quick and let y'all know how I feel about the whole thing. Did I think it was good? Did I think it was bad? And we'll get right into that, but please first like and subscribe and let me know how you felt about the Pokemon presentation. Did you like any of the announcements they showed? Did you want something else? What did you expect? But other than that, let's get right into it. So I'm not gonna just go into everything they announced, but I'm kind of gonna give you a quick review of what they did announce. And it's exactly what I said probably was gonna happen. They did give us Pokemon Go news, and they did give us Pokemon Masters, or whatever you call that game, Pokemon, with all the trainers on there. They did give us Pokemon Cafe news. They did give us Pokemon Sleep news. They did give us Detective Pikachu news. And they gave us DLC news. That's what we expected. What people really wanted to see was some Pokemon Red, Blue, Emerald, all that stuff. They wanted more announcements from Pokemon games. But here's my question to y'all today and what I'm really here to talk about. I don't think people understand what Pokemon is as far as a franchise. I think people just expect these presentations to have strictly video game news, and if we don't see that, then it's bad. And that's what I want to ask y'all. What did y'all expect from this presentation, and what did you want? For me, I want to let folks know, like, Pokemon is so much more than just the video games. And even in the trailers, they show you how much Pokemon Go means to the community. They show you how much Pokemon Unite means to the community. They show you how much the trading card game means to the community. There are fans of all of these mediums when it comes to Pokemon. Pokemon is the highest selling and #1 franchise as far as merchandise, video games, clothes, toys, plus all of that stuff. Pokemon is at the top of the ladder. So of course they can't just cater to the video game fans. So when video game fans say, oh, this presentation was weak, all they showed was Pokemon DLC, they didn't give us Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, it was bad. They showed a bunch of this other stuff. It wasn't bad because of that. It was just the fact that you are a fan of one thing and not everything else. So you gotta realize that the Pokemon company is gonna cater to every audience because they have large audiences. Pokemon Go still has millions of users. All of the Pokemon mobile games have millions of users. And the trading card game is big. The Pokemon Championships is big. They have to promote that stuff because that's what people enjoy. They have a big community. And we got to remember that with Pokemon, it's just not the game. That's not the only community that matters. So I think folks need to, when these presentations happen, they need to lower their expectations and realize who they are made for. They're not made for you, the video game fan. They are made for the Pokemon fans. And that means that it'll be something for everyone, or something for no one at all if you only like certain things. But all in all, I think it was a pretty decent presentation for me because I just like seeing that more people can enjoy the things that they like. People that like the mobile games can enjoy that. People that like the video games can enjoy that. We got more news on Detective Pikachu, which was dope. You got more news on the DLC, and the DLC looks great. Like, the story looks like it's gonna be great. More locations, more culture coming into the Pokemon games. And I know a lot of people are like, what the hell did they do to Raikou? Well, he actually looks pretty cool to me, and it goes along with the theme of the rest of the I forgot what they even call these Pokemon, but you know the ones I'm talking about. Like Suicune's new design looks like a raptor, and Raikou looks like a tall neck. So I'm almost sure if they have an Entei, he's probably gonna like a Triceratops or something. Either way, that's another thing too. Folks always say Pokemon isn't creative, they run out of ideas, but they're showing they have ideas. I think a lot of folks forget the culture over there is different. So they draw from different things like idioms and folklore, Japanese culture, Chinese culture, all of that stuff. But that's besides the point of what I'm trying to make. We got to stop going into these things expecting so much and then being mad and calling things bad because I didn't get what I want, although it was catered to more than just me. Also, with the Pokemon games, red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, I want you to ask yourself a question on why you think they're not there. And people say Pokemon hates money. I'm like, no, they don't. They won't. The reason they're not giving it to you right now is because they love money. The best thing they could probably do with Pokemon red, blue, all that stuff is sell it separate. And you know they want to do that because they don't like cloning Pokemon. They don't like cloud-based saves. And they don't want to tie the Pokemon game save states to the Nintendo Online service. They want to tie it together with Pokemon Home, all of that stuff. And that's just me speculating. I don't know this for sure, but that just makes sense to me. It's probably best to get those games separate so you can connect them with all of your other Pokemon games. You have so many generations on the Switch right now, that just makes the most sense. So I get why people are disappointed, but hey, we got Pokemon Stadium 2. We got Pokemon, the trading card game, which is a dope game. Let's give it time because even those two games were announced last year and we're just now getting them. So now what's next for Pokemon as far as the virtual online or the other handheld hunt games that we're missing? But I told y'all before the 3DS shop was closing to get those games because you never know when you're gonna see it again. But also you got another option that rhymes with stimulation, you know. Well, anyway, I still think it wasn't that bad, and just to grow better as a gaming community, as a community as a whole, a Pokemon community, I lower your expectations a little bit and just remember that everything's not for you, and that even if it looks stupid or it doesn't make sense to you, there is still an audience for all the things they were showing. That's why I do say that this Pokemon Present was good. Could have had more for me, yeah, but overall for the Pokemon fan, trading card games, mobile apps, video games, events, community events coming together, DLC, Detective Pikachu, more games coming out. It was a decent present. And I see a lot of the big YouTubers, the big influencers saying it was bad, it wasn't interesting, but that's just because you're only focused on one thing. And that's okay. I understand. It was bad for you, but overall, objectively, it wasn't bad. It was subjective that it was bad, but that's only my opinion. How do y'all feel about it? What do you want more? Would you rather just skip these presentations and just catch the highlights? Me personally, I enjoy it because I like to see what the community is doing. I like to see what they're pushing forward with the Pokemon franchise. Other than that, that's all for me. Let me know how you feel in the comment section, and like I said, y'all, keep this lower your expectations when we have these directs, these presentations. It's cool to have hopes and dreams. That's what makes it fun. But I always remember that they never promised you anything, but it's gonna be a great surprise if you see what you want there. Y'all have a good one, and bye-bye.